Hello students, Science Plus TV welcomes you once again. Today I am going to give you quick revision because I know that your exams are drawing near. So few topics I am going to take and I am going to give you a quick revision to them. So today I have selected the very simple chapter, that is changes around us. It turns into ashes, right? So we cannot get the paper back. अगेन योर हाइट वंस इफ इट इंक्रीजेज, अगर आपकी हाइट एक बार बढ़ जाती है, आप बड़े हो जाते हो, यू कैन नॉट बी अ बेबी अगेन. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ चेंजेस आर इरिवर्सिबल, वाइल अ चेंज विच कैन हैपन बैकवर्ड, मतलब एक बार वो चेंज हो जाए तो हम उसे रिवर्स भी कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू कीप वाटर इन द फ्रीजर, इट चेंजेस इनटू आइस, एंड इफ यू कीप द आइस आउटसाइड द फ्रीजर, it again turns back into water. So that are the reversible changes. Okay, similarly the evaporation of water, the melting of chocolate are some reversible changes. Let's move to the next one. See, there is a differential study for reversible and irreversible changes where few examples are shown to you. You can learn them very easily. There are some examples of reversible as well as irreversible changes. Moving on to the next ones. Okay, there is comparative study also. From here you can note down the differences between reversible and irreversible changes, and this can help you to learn the concept better. Okay, then we have the other types of changes, that are physical and chemical changes. These are very important changes. Physical changes, first of all, let us quickly revise. When there is change in only physical properties. Now what are those physical properties? Physical properties are those like shape, size, or color, okay, or the dimensions that change, that are the physical properties. Like if you change only the state of matter, like if you convert the solid ice into liquid, okay, so even after becoming liquid, the water is still water. So that is just a physical change. But where you find the formation of new substances, completely new things are formed, then such changes are chemical changes. For example, when you burn something, when you cook the food, we get something very new, which is totally different from the initial state. So that are known as the chemical changes. There are some differences which you can just learn in the tabular manner. Here in the physical change, no new substance formed. In the chemical, new substance formed. Okay, properties of substance remains the same in physical change. Okay, but in case of chemical change, the properties of substance completely changes. Physical changes are mostly reversible. I am not saying that all the physical changes are reversible. For example, if you break a glass, if you tear a paper, breaking के बाद भी glass तो glass ही है, and the paper, it is still the paper even after tearing, but you cannot reverse them. So there can be the changes which are physical but are irreversible. If we talk about chemical, they are always irreversible changes. Okay, physical changes like, see, cutting of wood, but chemical change is burning of wood. Then we have a very important topic, expansion and contraction in substances. Here we will talk about the heating and cooling of the substances. ध्यान से सुनेंगे बच्चे. There are some substances which increases in volume when they are heated, and they decrease in volume when they are cooled. So increase in volume is known as expansion, while decrease in the volume is known as contraction. Generally, expansion happens to be by heating, and contraction happens to be by the cooling. Okay, now different phases of matter. There are three phases of matter, like solids, liquids and gases. They show different extents of expansion and contraction because उनके जो particles होते हैं, उनके बीच में जो intermolecular space होता है, that is different. For example, in case of solids, सबसे कम space होता है, so they show very little expansion or contraction because the particles are fixed. In case of liquids, they show more extent of the contraction and expansion because they have more space, and in case of gases, the gases have maximum space in the molecules, within the molecules, so they show the maximum. Now this slide is all about this example. For expansion and contraction, we have taken a balloon. That balloon is kept in sunlight in the first situation. We found the expansion as the gas present inside the balloon that expand upon heating, and the size of the balloon increases. The same balloon, if we keep in the colder temperature, the air inside the balloon will contract and it will show the decrease in the size of balloon. Okay, so that was all about expansion. Let's see the changes around us in the form of a mind map, which will help you to quickly revise and memorize the facts discussed with you in this video. At the end of this video, I have the few keywords also written for you so that you can memorize them easily and write their definitions in the exams. So all the very best, children. Stay connected